Gold and silver remain, well, right now are under some pressure, not much. The 10-year yield right now is surging. It is freaking surging. We are now at 1.9, a tremendous jump over just yesterday. Now, look, this gets my attention and it should get your attention as well. Now, I am not saying that we are in, that moment of implosion in the debt market, but it raised my eyebrows this morning a little bit. What are we waiting for? What are we looking for, you and me, to tell us when we need to run for the hills with regard to this market? And I've been telling you this, what I'm going to tell you right now, forever. An uncontrolled spike in the 10-year yield. All right, we just got a pretty freaking big jump here. Now, if we maintain this level, that's all well and good. But if we continue to rise here at a rapid pace, well, that's not good. That is not good. Now we can see this reflected in risk measured by the MMRI. Okay, there is a link to the MMRI in the description of this video. Risk is rising in this market. On the back of this, there is no doubt about it. The dollar is also a little stronger here, or the relative strength of the dollar. But really, this 10-year yield should catch your attention. This jump is it's profound, I think, overnight. Now, with that said, let us move on. Stock futures are mixed. You got NASDAQ futures, at least at the time I am doing this, it's 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. NASDAQ futures are flat to slightly higher, with Dow and S&P futures slightly lower. People, WTI crude is over $92 a barrel. And this is going to lead to that super tsunami of inflation that I warned is already on its way. I said this yesterday in my post-market wrap-up. If you have not seen that, please pay attention to these things, okay? It's not just the fact that we have a dollar that is dying. Again, its relative strength, as I have explained to you since forever, will remain high. Relative, meaning its value based against other currencies. Its absolute strength is going to continue to crater faster as central banks, especially the Fed, continues to print on an epic scale, buying assets on an incredible scale, keeping rates suppressed, even if they raise rates in March, which I believe they will, because if they don't, this market's going down. This market is going down. All right, I'm telling you that right now. Anyway, so that's forget about the market. Forget about the stock market here, or futures, or whatever. It's about the debt market. It's about the drivers. To me, it should be to you. And that 10-year yield spike is interesting. In fact, it's more than interesting. Before I get to the economic news, which I want to cover, let's talk about some other assets. Gold and silver right now are under some pressure, not much. You got Bitcoin back around 38,000, just under that right now, depending on where you look. Cryptocurrencies are doing relatively well this morning. This thing with crude is insane, okay? I want you to keep watching crude oil. I've been telling you for the longest time it's going to hit $100. I had expected we would get a pullback first. I told you what I'm afraid of. I don't even want to see really a pullback in crude, because that would be bullish. Again, assets go up, they go down, correct? You establish a new floor and they go higher. It doesn't seem like we're getting any relief at all. Does it mean we're going to get a larger correction at one point? Again, I don't know when. I just feel that any asset that goes straight up like this eventually will correct. Well, we're not seeing that. We're seeing a surge here in crude, which is going to affect so many products that are made with crude oil. So expect another freaking tsunami, people. I don't know what to tell you with regard to inflation here. With that said, let's touch on some economic news that is just stunning to me. Again, the propaganda ministry must convince you that everything is great. Our economy is booming. We couldn't possibly be doing any better. So we got this non-farms payrolls number today, which came in way better than expected. Number one, I don't believe it. Okay. So they were expecting about 125,000 jobs to be added, non-farm jobs to be added in January. But we got this huge number where they added 467,000. But if you recall just the other day, the private sector job losses for the month we're at negative 301,000.
Before we continue, help us clicking that YouTube like button and subscribe now to our channel. This shows the algorithm that you valued this information. And it helps us spread that message. Sharing is caring. And now, let's continue.
I have bad news for you. If you're not rich by now, you're screwed. And if you're in debt, you're even double screwed. How so, you might wonder? Well, the sad truth is that you're working your whole life to make someone else rich. The mega corporations, the banks, the politicians, everyone is getting richer. They get your money. And what is even worse, they get your time, they get your life. You are not even in a rat race, you're in a financial prison. But what could a solution for you look like? Honestly, I don't know, but I know what a solution for me would look like. It's very simple. I use whatever money I have and I multiply it with 1,000. This could make my life much easier and probably yours as well. If you have $1,000 available and multiply this with 1,000, I believe that this could solve some financial issue for the one or the other. Of course, if you're ugly, you would have to multiply it with much more than 1,000. My name is Marco Stan, and this is what I decided to do. I decided to 1000x my money. This is not a joke. I know what you may be thinking. What is this guy talking about? How should this work? This is not possible. Well, I made a detailed video where I laid out my plan. And some clever folks might even want to look at this plan and copy it and do exactly what I do. This is just a little hint on the side. You have two options. You leave, you forget what you have seen. You do whatever you're doing and you hope that somehow you get some other results. Good luck with that. Or you click the link below the video. You enter your email address because I'm not showing this to everybody. You at least watch my video on how I plan to 1000x my money. The choice is yours. Make the right choice. Join me. See what a different future you could have. See at least how I intend, how I plan to do the 1000x. So click on the link below, enter your email address, and I see you on the other side. Your Marco Stan.